mornings and becoming and being a morning person. So I'm not pushing it off to the future, but like actually living that life day to day. And I used to really struggle with mornings. I was not a morning person. I was really crabby, really grumpy, did not want to get up, did not want to start my day. And I can remember, like, I can go back and remember being a non-morning person or not being a morning person, even in like first grade. I remember mornings were a struggle. I didn't want to go to school. I think I had a lot of anxiety about school and like social anxiety and just like being nervous about, being around people, nervous about school, a lot of anxiety. And so it was like, that's probably where I started this story of I'm not a morning person because I didn't like going to school. And so that just became the story. That just became my belief. I'm not a morning person. Um, Fast forward to my late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, and it was like, this story is no longer serving you. This, I'm just not a morning person. It's no longer serving you because you're not getting done the things that you want to get done. And also, your mornings feel very rushed. You have a lot of anxiety in your morning, and that anxiety is being carried through the whole day because you're not getting shit done. You said you want to do this thing and you're not getting it done. So I really needed to figure out a system for self-care. I needed to figure out a system for my mornings. And it's been great because now that I have this system, there's no more questioning if I'm going to do it or not. I know about myself that I am a morning person and I do things that help myself. That's become my identity. I just get up and I do the thing. So there's no more questioning if it's going to happen or not. And then I know exactly what to do. There's no questioning, what am I supposed to be doing during this time? I know exactly what to do. And this has actually become the basis of my program and what I do with coaching clients in Year of Growth, working with clients one-on-one. The first thing is like really focus on becoming a morning person and letting go of that belief or that story that you're not a morning person, that like that nature nurture thing. Like we think like, some people were just born with the morning gene and some people weren't. And if we weren't, that's it. Sorry, your morning's going to suck and you're going to feel rushed. No, that's not the case. If you want to become a morning person and you have a reason why, a strong motivating factor of why you want to become a morning person, it can definitely happen. You're the one that's in charge of your life. Okay. So why you're not already a morning person and how to become and be one. So you probably start your day by doing something for someone else, whether that is your family, your wonderful children, they're so sweet, your wonderful children, your spouse, your significant other, the household, or maybe you start your morning with checking your phone or checking your email, doing something for work. If that is how you start your day, doing something for someone else, even if you really love your family and you love your house and you love your job, there might be a little of this like, I gotta start my day and like, here goes the to-do list. As soon as I wake up, my brain is going to start going over the to-do list and you don't really like it. So you kind of like, I don't want to have to wake up because I'm going to have to start the to-do list. So how do we become a morning person? Okay. Well, you start your day by doing something for yourself that you actually like. So not something for yourself like, okay, now I'm going to start my morning by cleaning out my closet. Yeah, cool. That's wonderful. Cleaning out your closet is important, but that's not how you're going to start your day. I want you to start your day with something that you actually like, that brings you joy and feels good. That way, when you're about to go to bed and you're like, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and start my day, you're like, but wait, I get to do this thing that I actually like doing. I get to have this experience that I actually like. So what that could look like is starting your day with a cup of coffee in a peaceful and quiet home. If you have kids and they're running around crazy and it's like, cool, now you have timed yourself before the craziness starts. Or if you have to, you start your day with your work email, there's some stress there. Okay, cool. I'm just going to give myself a little bit of time before I open up my mind and I open up my world, or I open up to the world. I start doing something for someone else. I'm going to do something for myself, and that could be that cup of coffee. That could be a walk or a jog or outside. You don't have to use like a special training plan. You can literally just put some shoes on and go for a walk or go for a run. Or you can sit down in your living room or your bedroom or your office or whatever and do some yoga. Yoga, it does again. It doesn't have to be a 90-minute session. It could be 15 minutes. You can look up yoga with Adrienne on YouTube, or you could look up 15-minute yoga, 10-minute yoga, 5-minute yoga. You could start the morning with meditation. I use Headspace with my clients. We do a 3-minute meditation every morning. It's short because I'm working with people who have never meditated before. And actually, before we started with the 3 minutes, we started with 1 minute. We did 1-minute meditations, and then we moved up to 3 minutes, and then but gradual. So it's something easy. It's peace and quiet. It's beautiful music. It's like, it's like something that you actually like. So if you are currently not a morning person and you'd like to be a morning person, make sure that you're doing something for yourself that you actually like. And going onto your phone and going into Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or whatever, that is not self-care. That is not something that you're doing for yourself. That is harming yourself, because as soon as you open your phone, as soon as you open an app, your mind goes to all of those other things. So like actually find something for yourself that feels really good. Why you're not a morning person, this story, oh, I'm just not a morning person. You can see it's a story. You can see that it's just a belief, a false belief. It's giving you false rewards. It's starting with that, I'm the type of person, I'm just not a morning person. I mean, it goes back to like the first 2 episodes of the actually You Are a Real Runner podcast, where I talked about, like, I would talk to so many women who, had been running for years, but they're like, oh, I'm not a real runner. Or they'd run several 5Ks, or they had trained for and qualified for the Boston marathon. But like so many people of so many varying ages and abilities, oh, I'm not a real blank. Okay, cool. Like there's not that confidence there, right? I want you to confidently say like, okay, cool. I'm working on becoming a morning person. Okay, cool. I have been doing these 5-minute yoga sessions every morning for a week. Yeah, I guess I kind of am becoming a morning person. This is a new story that you're creating. You can use the 365 habit tracker and start marking off. Okay, cool. Like I'm doing these baby things for myself, rep after rep, day by day. I'm becoming a morning person. I might not be, me personally and you, we might not be that person who like jumps up out of bed and we're just like singing, tunes, and we're just so excited. That's okay. I'm not like that. It's okay for you to not be like that too. The first few minutes of my morning, kind of like, oh, I got to get out of bed. And then I get to the bathroom and I'm like, cool, now let's go. We're good to go. And my morning starts with things that I like. I chug a glass of water. I take my vitamins. Do I necessarily like doing that? But it makes me feel good. It's like, great, you're taking care of yourself. You're a person who can take care of themselves. For so long, I was struggling to take care of myself. And now I have that identity. I'm someone who takes care of themselves. It feels good to say like, yeah, I'm a morning person. I'm doing stuff in the morning. Sun's not even up and I've gotten all this stuff done. It feels really good. One of my aspirational identities is just being an organized person who has their life together. It feels really, really good to keep working towards that and being that day by day, not waiting until I have this magical, perfect life and perfect house, but like, okay, cool. Like you're way more organized and put together than you were 3 years ago. We're in the right direction. It's constantly a year of growth. Things are going good. So yeah, we want to make sure that you're doing something, but also make sure that your beliefs, your thoughts about yourself, you are affirming, I am blank, because if you affirm that and you like what you're doing gets tied into your identity, then it will actually stick. You'll actually stick with it. If you're like, I'm not really a morning person, but I'm just kind of like doing this thing, you won't stick with it. You need to make this a part of your identity, so that when there's going to be a day that you don't want to get out of bed, and you're like, shouldn't I? And you're like, I'm not a morning person, and you're going to stay in bed. So you want to be aware that that's going to pop up. And when you hear, oh, I'm just not a morning person, you're like, wait, but I'm like working on being a morning person. It's coming. I'm getting there. I need the reps. I've been doing this way for years or decades. I'm talking about like I've been doing that since I was in first grade, right? It's going to take some time to become a morning person. Maybe it's just going to take some time to be that person who jumps out of bed and is so excited. I don't know if I'll ever be that person. That's not an aspirational identity for me. When you're not a morning person, the day can feel really rushed because you're starting the day immediately having to do something for someone else, and you're scrambling. If you become a morning person, you get to have this relaxed start. You get to be in control of your time in the morning. I actually, before I even meet with clients, I give myself about 40 minutes before I start my morning. And my morning, my business is all about meeting clients where they're at and helping them get their mornings together, teaching them skills and habits and systems around self-care so that they can start their mornings. But I do something for myself, and I have a leisure morning that I never used to have before because I was always rushing around because I said I'm not a morning person. But now it's pretty leisurely. I give myself time to get out of bed, make the coffee, take the vitamins. I play some music. I might color a little bit. I might journal a little bit before I meet with clients. So I'm doing something for myself even before I meet with clients. It's a relaxed start. I used to feel a lot of anxiety in my chest. My chest used to be tight. My breathing used to be so shallow in the past. And now, because I'm not rushed, because I'm giving that time for myself, I get to actually enjoy the life that I'm living day by day, enjoy the life that I'm creating day by day. So we talked about the thing you're doing, make sure it's something that you like, the beliefs, make sure you're saying things and you're believing this to be true of yourself, the relaxed start, these things are important. And like practically start with baby steps. Guys, do not do all or nothing. You are currently waking up at 9 a.m. Do not set this, oh, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. No, don't do it. You're going to fail. It's not going to feel good. It's going to feel hard. We actually want this to feel easy. I know people, oh, goals should be hard. They should be challenging. No, wait. The system that we want to implement, we want it to feel easy. We want it to be that you're gradually being a different person, but it doesn't feel like this uphill battle, and it doesn't feel super, super hard. I had a client, one of the clients that I'm working with in Europe Growth, we've been meeting together, and she's like, wow, it's like really easy to wake up now. And I think maybe about a week and a half into us meeting, she was like, I think I'm going to wake up even earlier, and I'm going to start working on a blog. So she started a blog, but I was like, cool, don't wake up an hour earlier, just wake up 15 minutes. So that's what she did. She just woke up 15 minutes earlier and then got that got those reps in, and then woke up 15 extra minutes earlier. So it took some time to wake up 30 minutes earlier, and she can keep going if she wants. But instead of doing this all or nothing thing where I was able to wake up at 5 a.m. for 1 week, but then my sleep got messed up and I fell off the wagon. Let's do it gradually so that it actually sticks, instead of trying to do this giant overhaul which never sticks, because you're going too fast, you're doing too much, and you're not giving yourself this chance to actually like believe these things about yourself. It was doomed. It was a failure, or a plan that was doomed, just not going to work out for you in the long term. That's the thing. Anyone can set an alarm clock and just discipline themselves and berate themselves to waking up at 5 a.m. But if you, and then it lasts for 30 days, right? Anyone can do that. You can do that with sugar. Oh, I'm just not going to eat sugar for 30 days. Great. What about the rest of your life? Or I'm going to run for 100 days in a row. Great, cool, that's wonderful. Literally anyone could do this. I'm serious. But like, what are you going to do the rest of your life? Because those 100 days, that's a blip in your existence. Those 30 days, that's a blip in your existence. You have to be in your body and be in your house and run through your life day after day after day. So let's actually create something that you like, and something that you actually want to do, and something that you look forward to doing. So going back to my client, she said, she's getting so much done in the morning and it doesn't even feel like work. Like when we start our mornings, I have my clients do a lot, but again, it's brought in gradually, but we're waking up, chugging water, taking vitamins, meditating, working on gratitude, aspirational identity, journal prompts, exercising, reading, chatting, setting goals. Like there's so many things that we get done in the 40 minutes that we meet, but it was all gradual. It was all step by step. And so they ease into it. Now it becomes just who they are, instead of it being this uphill battle that, again, they're doomed to fail. So how to become a morning person, make sure that you're doing it just rep by rep. Make sure that you have something in the morning that you actually want to be doing, and make sure that you are being aware of this story that you are telling yourself. Make sure if it feels too hard to say I'm a morning person, then can you say like, oh, I'm kind of becoming a morning person. If it feels too hard to say I'm a runner, can you say like, oh yeah, like I'm kind of I'm working on becoming a runner. Try that on. Sometimes it feels a little foreign. It feels like, oh, that's for the experts. That's not for me. But guess what? You practice this year after year after year, day by day. Then you become the expert. That's how it works, rep by rep. All right. Let me know what stood out to you. What are you going to do? How are you going to become a morning person? What are you going to do in your morning that is self-care, not doing stuff for other people, doing stuff for yourself? You can click below and let me know in the comments, or you can send me an email at coachjacqueline@jacquelinericchio.com. Take care. Bye.